Okay, Keir, so a comfortable 3-0 win at home, a fantastic performance in front of the home support. What do you make of that?
Yeah, solid performance. Nothing really to get too excited about, I don't think, in terms of the overall performance. I thought created way more against Bradford. I said to you after the Bradford game, I said we'll play worse than that and win. And today the scoreboard reads 3-0 and probably a little bit harsh on them. We've scored at really, really good times and defended properly for the whole 90 minutes. So I'd say it's much more of a robust performance. We limited them. They had 2 half chances. Leon with a really good tackle early on when they got in behind, and Grovesy's cleared one off the line at a good point for us. And then we've gone on and put the game to bed with the second and third. But as a team, we just looked to have a better balance. Nath back in the side today. He last season was absolutely magnificent, and obviously he's not had a pre-season. We had a friendly in the week for the suspended lads, and for him who's come back, and we ended up losing that game 4-3 to Trowbridge Town, who are a couple of divisions below us, and that really gave me a little bit of an eye-opener into maybe boys' performance levels, attitude and fitness levels as well. So that made my mind up for some big decisions coming into today, and I think that I've got them bang on with the team selection. I spoke to you after the Bradford game, and I said, if we had Gary Higdon playing against Bradford, then I think we would have got a point minimum. And today he's come up with 2 really good finishes. His third goal is a typical Gary Higdon goal that he's been doing for years. And when we don't have him, you pass up half chances and opportunities that he doesn't. He's only going to need that one chance. I think he's had 2 chances, scored 2 today, and he's been really clinical. I think Grovesy, his best performance in a Corsham shirt since he's joined. Looked fit, looked hungry, looked really lively, and I'd probably say after the Bradford game, he was probably the one that was going to look to drop out for the Saturday game against Roman Glass. That obviously got cancelled, and we had the in-house friendly on Wednesday, and he was one of the ones that looked to have the best attitude and the desire to be playing. So he got picked upon merit for today, and probably up there with man of the match with Higgs. But again, back 4, Rads, really solid. Midfield 3, really good work rate. Callum and Dan both started either side of Higgs today, and we looked to threaten behind. I just think we had a lot more answers to different questions today. We didn't look one-dimensional. We had loads of different threats, from set plays, from long throws, down the channels. We could mix it up, we could play. We cleared our lines and defended really well when we had to. It was a really nice balance to the team today, but without really setting off too many fireworks. But attitude and commitment was there as always. There have been every single game this season, and I feel that it was almost like a routine performance, but a little bit harsh on those on our opponents today. 3-0 will hurt them, I'm sure, but it wasn't really necessarily a 3-0 game. They were in the game for long periods, and they just couldn't break us down or have many answers. Once they got into the final third, I thought we defended all set plays really comfortably and limited them to long range efforts, which was as good as you can hope for from myself. And just a really steady performance. Don't need to get too excited. And that's not me playing it down. I just think that it was just almost like a routine clean sheet. Picked them off at the right opportunities. Got a penalty at a good time to make it 2-0. So go in at half time and 2-0, and it feels like we're in control. And then they had to push on and try and get themselves back into the game. We picked them off in like the 87th, 88th minute, but quite happy with the performance. But like I said, nothing to get too excited about.
We seem to be conceding more goals this season. Against a really good team like Fairford, you must be really happy that we've kept a clean sheet today. Yeah,
we have. And that's something that I've not been happy with. I think one of the biggest conversations, we conceded 4 goals midweek against a team, no disrespect, Trowbridge, are 2 leagues below us, and the manner of the goals were terrible. And I know it's only a friendly, but it's not something I've been happy with, and I've had to make some big calls today in terms of personnel. Keatsy's been absolutely superb for me since he signed from Bitton last year, and he's been suspended and he's been struggled to get back up to his levels, fitness levels and performances this year. And I felt that Jenks, when he's started against Cribbs and Wootton Bassett, has been magnificent. So he's come back in today and joined the back four, and it just looked a little bit of a better balance. So Keatsy knows that he's really important to me throughout the season, and he obviously will play a huge part in the campaign, but he'll have to just be patient and wait for his opportunity like other lads have done as well now. So yeah, really happy with the clean sheet. Definitely deserved it. Boys throwing their bodies in front of shots in crosses, and everything that you expect from a team that are proud to keep clean sheets, and that was a little bit more like one of my sides. Like my sides don't concede 4s and 3s in throwaway goals unnecessarily, and that's what we've been doing this season. We've already dropped enough points. Not necessarily the Bradford game because they scored 2 really good goals, but 3 at Wantage. As an example, the one at the end against Shrivenham, and it felt like we've gone a bit soft, and I felt like we've got really, really back up and running in terms of what we're about and knowing our jobs and knowing our roles. But like I said, not get too excited. Clean sheet, 3 points. We can move forward now onto Wantage on Tuesday.
As you were just saying, Wantage on Tuesday. I think they really affected our confidence on the opening day of the season after going 3-1 up to leave their place with a draw, conceding 2. Are you expecting a better performance from us on Tuesday?
I think we underestimated them a little bit opening day of the season. And we were lucky to escape with a point, in all honesty. Obviously, I think you were away for that one, so we obviously didn't get the footage, and we didn't have a chat afterwards. But I thought that although we were 3-1 up, I thought they dominated the game, and they were one of the best sides we played this season. And we obviously played Cribbs as well and Bradford, who are both going to be up there this season. And I thought Wantage were as good as them, if not better. So they've picked up a few poor results for them, obviously coming down from the Southern League. But I know for a fact that we'll have to be at top level, and it's hard after the battle that we've gone through today. But that's why we've got the squad. So it's important that everyone knows that you're not going to necessarily start every single game, every single week. And it's going to be a long old campaign, and we're going to need every single one of the 16, 17, 18 throughout the course of this year. So they're really expecting a tough game on Tuesday night, and then hopefully if we can come through that, pick up a point. That had been a solid start to the season. To only lose 1 game out of our opening fixtures is really good. Obviously a few more draws than I would have liked, but just sits us in good stead, like not setting the world alight, but just ticking along quite nicely, and in the next round of the Vaz as well. So okay with satisfied, I'd probably use the word. I was just satisfied at the moment. Not right into top level yet, but that's early on in the season, and nothing's going to be clear and concrete until after Christmas. So we'll just keep plugging away and see where we go.
Leon was voted man of the match today. He was also the supporters player of last season. He has to go down as one of your best signings while you've been at Corsham. How important is he going to be for you this season? Yeah,
and Leon knows what I'm about, and I know what he's about. We won the league together at Trowbridge, obviously in my first managerial job, and as soon as I had the opportunity to bring him over, I tried to sign him when I was at Melksham as well, and he opted to go to Westbury, and then obviously we've linked back over Corsham, and yeah, he's one of those players. I've got 6 or 7 that wherever I would go in football, I'd look to take them with me. I've been really loyal to them, and I know that they're on the same wavelength as me, and they'll do anything to win football matches the same as I will. So yeah, he's one that falls right in that category. Been superb this season, his best form for a long time. Looks really fit and really hungry. I don't think any winger's really had much change out of him so far. So yeah, he was really good today. Sponsors man of the match, probably my man of the match today. Would probably either go to Grovesy or Higgs. I wouldn't want to give it to a defender today, just because I don't think they've had too much to do in terms of over the course of the 90 minutes. In Grovesy obviously set up the first goal, cleared one off the line in the first half as well, ran tirelessly, and then it's hard not to mention Higgs. Obviously been away for 3 games or a couple of weeks for suspensions. It's obviously gone on longer than we wanted. And he's come up with 2 really good finishes today. And like I said, when you've got Higgs in that sort of form, then we've always got an opportunity if we can keep a clean sheet.